Trump's comeback. Musk's big bet succeeds. The world situation is about to usher in a new round of reshuffle. The most contentious election in U.S. history has finally come to an end. Right at this moment, the Democratic Party, represented by Harris, left the field sadly. 4 years later, King Dong went through a lot of hardships, finally returned to the White House to declare victory. For Trump, many domestic netizens have a favorable impression of it. After encountering a shooting and assassination, Capitol publicly criticized the FBI for intruding and searching, finally made a comeback and moved into the White House. Trump, whose life is as good as writing, has gained a lot of fans. Netizens even spontaneously edited various passionate videos for him. He even vigorously promoted Trump's image of loving peace and loving China. But all this is just a false appearance under the internet wave. The really cruel reality is, Trump's coming to power may bring about a more cruel game. Many people seem to have forgotten. Trump significantly raised trade barriers and tariffs against China during his first term. This started a 6-year trade war. As a result, the economies of both China and the United States have suffered great losses. Many friends who are engaged in foreign trade have not recovered until now. The United States is not feeling well either. Dollar hegemony in jeopardy. The US debt is weighing them down even more, properly harming others without benefiting oneself. But Trump made it clear, if he is re-elected, he will definitely increase tariffs on Chinese goods. The tax may even be increased to 60%. As soon as these words came out, even the Democratic Party, which has always regarded China as a thorn in its side, thinks Trump is crazy. You should know that the UBS report clearly states that, what if the US really imposed a new 60% tariff on all Chinese goods? Then China's GDP growth rate will drop by 2.5 percentage points. The United States is likely to encounter a financial crisis of epic proportions. But the Trump campaign insists, China is the biggest threat to the United States. Even if you lose 1,000, we must also decouple from China. Their consistent claim is that the United States should demonstrate its military strength, economic strength, and even world influence to deal with China. Not only in terms of technology, we also need to block China's market. You can recall, when did we start hearing news about trade frictions frequently? Didn't it start after Trump came to power? He keeps imposing technical blockades on us. Extreme suppression of Chinese companies, even threatening Taiwan. Said Taiwan stole our chip business. They must, therefore. But today is different from the past. Nowadays, many of our products are irreplaceable in the world. Even the US military-industrial complex relies heavily on Chinese components. He dares to raise taxes on us. We can raise the price. In the end, all costs will still have to be borne by American consumers. We can even sanction them. Therefore, the tariff war will have almost no impact on mid to high-end production capacity. On the contrary, you may earn more. In addition, Trump's coming to power means a sharp reduction in interest rates. That is also good for us. First, the asset side. We will continue to cut interest rates. The sharp reduction in interest rates will undoubtedly stimulate assets such as large and the property market. At the same time, although Trump is shouting that he will increase tariffs on us, but if there are no goods made in China, it cannot solve the problem of inflation at all. So, in this regard, America is left in a dilemma. No way. The real problem is, the transition day of the President of the United States is January 1st of the new year, after the election. That is to say, January 1, 2025. Biden is fully prepared and has 2 months left in his term. Within these 2 months, will Democrats step up their campaign against Ukraine, military aid, and even launched large-scale terrorist attacks on the Russian mainland? Stage the final madness. It's not impossible. After all, didn't you, Trump, say so? Can the Russia-Ukraine conflict be ended within 24 hours? Then I will use the last 2 months, bring the situation to its knees, totally pissed off the Russians. Until then, it won't be that easy for Trump to end things. Anyway, Trump's coming to power may bring some new perspectives, but the overall trend in the United States cannot be changed by changing 1 or 2 presidents. The loneliness of the United States has long been irreversible. 2 generations of hedonism. Let the US manufacturing industry be overtaken step by step. No way to recover. And for us, in fact, whether it is Trump or Harris, whether Democratic or Republican, the core of China policy will not change. The United States has always regarded China as its biggest rival. We should not have unrealistic illusions. Only one's own strength is king.